Away from that, the federal government says Nigeria's broadcast industry must remain central to strengthen national cohesion, safeguarding information sovereignty and countering foreign-sponsored misinformation. This was the position of the Minister of Information and National Orientation at the 2025 Annual General Meeting of the Independent Broadcasters Association of Nigeria in Abuja. Miriam Mohammed reports.
The 2025 IBAN Annual General Meeting brought broadcasters, regulators and government officials together in Abuja to discuss information sovereignty, national cohesion and digital security. The Minister of Information and National Orientation said Nigeria's economic reforms are taking effect, with inflation down to 16% and foreign reserve rising to $46.7 billion. He urged broadcasters to help counter divisive narratives.
The attempt by some international actors and interest groups to label Nigeria as a country of religious intolerance. Let me be very clear about this. This narrative is false, it is divisive, and it is built on misinformation.
He also confirmed that President Tinubu has ordered a full-scale operation to rescue the kidnapped Kebbi schoolgirls. IBAN leaders called for a better policy to ease pressure on private broadcasters and unlock the $25 billion media economy.
The current difficult situation faced by the industry must be utilized as an opportunity to correct our business operations models, reclaim the Nigerian media economy.
Channels TV's chairman, represented by Kingsley Uranta, said stakeholders want a stronger and digitally secure broadcast sector.
Broadcasting is one of the few powerful enough to build understanding and inspire hope, especially in challenging times like this.
Raymond Depesi warned that foreign misinformation threatens Nigeria's image, stressing the importance of protecting information sovereignty.
Insecurity across the nation continues to generate fear and anger. Distrust among ethnic, religious and religious communities has not disappeared. In some places, it has deepened. In such a context, broadcasting cannot be neutral.
The NBC and ARCON also place stricter codes, safer digital platforms and closer collaboration with broadcasters.
The industry stands at a decisive moment. The NBC responsibility today is not only to enforce standards, but to provide strategic leadership, anticipate emerging risk, and guide the sector towards a future that is resilient.
The trajectory for us to develop the media advertising business as it relates to IBAN member.
IBAN also honored the late Raymond Depesi with its first ever industry awards. Media stakeholders agree that Nigeria must strengthen its media institutions to guard against external misinformation, insisting that a strong nation depends on strong broadcasters. Miriam Mohammed, TVC News, Abuja.
All right, for more on this development, Miriam Mohammed joins me on the news. Miriam, how did the officials say they plan to counter foreign-sponsored misinformation without infringing on press freedom?
Well, thank you, Orishegun. The message yesterday was clear, which is to protect the media and not censor them, as broadcasters remain the key tool to spreading accurate information about Nigeria and not spreading false information about Nigeria. So they also mentioned that foreign sponsors across the world are sponsoring misinformation in Nigeria so that the world will see Nigeria as a country that they can't control, like out of control, that, they can, try to have a negative impact on its people. So NBC and ARCON are saying for them to achieve unity in information from sovereignty, all broadcasters must unite so that they put Nigeria's image in a positive light and the world will have a changed narrative.
All right, the minister also urged the broadcasters to counter the divisive narratives. Now, how did the media executives respond to this?
They call for policies to reduce pressure on private broadcasters, and also they echo that there is a need for stronger digital broadcasts, and they also acknowledge that the responsibility of the media, or the responsibility of the Nigerian media, will be to always defend Nigeria.
Okay, did the broadcasters raise concerns about being caught between national cohesion and editorial independence?
Yes, they did. They said while protecting national cohesion, foreign misinformation already poses a serious threat to Nigeria, and their remarks are that they must defend the nation's information sovereignty at all times without losing their editorial independence. And they call for better policies, safer digital platforms, and all the, they want Nigerians to also help out and believe on their own, broadcast information and not something from international.
All right, Mary Mohammed, thank you so much for giving us a report this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and that's it on news from across the states. Lots of things that came out, but the one that stood out for me is the one that came out from the meeting of broadcasters, where the minister was there, and the broadcasters, they actually raised a few concerns, talk about some of the things affecting the broadcast industry, higher compliance costs, on ways to in operating the media space, the economy. Are they going to be given some sort of tax incentives here and there? And also, the Nigerian broadcasters often operate in the intersection, of two powerful expectations: the government's demand for national cohesion and the profession's obligation to maintain editorial independence. So it's like the devil and the deep blue sea. But it's a very, very good one that they're having this meeting at this time. And now that even while they are talking about the issue of terrorism, they should make sure that they talk about the issues, the real issues, and not glorify this terrorist.
I mean, it's good that the minister highlighted the fact that, broadcasters should come together. It affects me. It also affects,
everybody.
Nice issues that they raised at the annual general meeting in Abuja. And I like that they highlighted the fact that, there's a high rate of miskninformation that we are seeing at the moment, which is, in a way affecting our national security. Some of the things that, should bring us together is tearing us apart through, different narrative. There is a concern that some external persons are sponsoring some of this misinformation that we see. And I also believe that it is, being put forward, especially with the use of the social media. Back in the days where we had, just TVs and all of that, whatever you hear from the TV is confirmed. But now we see so many narratives on social media. I think more effort still needs to be made in ensuring that the information that, comes out from any country generally, which reflects its image, should be protected. As we see in other climes too, where they make sure that the country stands with one narrative. They make sure that issues are analyzed properly before it's even being brought out to the public. You can imagine the level of damage that misinformation can cause. A lot of propaganda around religion, ethnic division, but we know that the average Nigerian loves each other, irrespective of whatever the economic situation is at the moment. And so that's why the Ministry of Information is bringing back the role of broadcasters to ensure that they correct some of the narratives that we are seeing in the public today. And
basically we're the gatekeepers of the society.
That's a fine place to leave it for now. Thank you for joining us. Well, that's it on TVC News at 1. For more updates on the stories we're monitoring, you can visit our website on www.tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NJ. We also have updates for you at WhatsApp and Telegram at TVC News Nigeria. On YouTube, we are live at TVC News Nigeria.